Hello everybody and welcome back. It's year 7 of the Old Dominion Dynasty in NCAA Football 14, opening up against the South Alabama Jaguars. And here, before we jump in, we're going to check out the top 25 going into this new season. And it's about the usual suspects that we usually kind of see in these rankings. A few teams that have kind of popped in there, but no massive surprises, right? But we will see here number 26 is Old Dominion. So we're right on the outside looking into that top 25. It is an absolutely beautiful day at Foreman Field playing host to the season opener. It's a packed house. Look at the fans have shoulder to shoulder. There's no room for anyone else in the stadium here. They're excited for a new season against South Alabama. Tommy Patrick, the senior, drills that one for a touchback kneel in the end zone. Chad Ziegler is the starting quarterback for South Alabama. Full house backfield, going to look on a play action here, and that play just did not have much of a chance. Derek Hughes disrupting a little bit on that side there. And here we will take a look at your Monarch defense for this year 7. Derek Hughes, the junior, at left end. Jonathan Dorsey, the sophomore, at right end. Our D-ends are pretty solid. Ryan Chapman, the big 303-pounder up the middle, will be key. Kevin Watson on the left side of the linebackers. Stephen Gann up the middle. And senior Josh Smith, 59 tackles last year. He'll be a machine out there. Once again, John Mills and Xavier Wallace are the seniors leading an otherwise rather inexperienced defensive back unit. Sophomore Reggie Bowen, the big man, looked to make some plays. And on special teams, freshman William Tuttons out of New York, coming right out of high school to kick in Division I college football. We'll see how that works out this season. 2nd and 10 now, a pistol formation for Ziegler, looking to throw out to his right. It's an incomplete pass, and his receiver's got to come down with that. Really does. 3rd and 10 now. Ziegler, plenty of time to throw, looking over the top. He's got Xavier Gibson, makes a man miss, and Jeff Robinson cleans up, but that's a 60-yard completion, and they're going to run hurry up. Jump ahead to 2nd and 4, a little option keeper for Ziegler, making guys miss, gets inside the 5-yard line. Things are looking good for South Alabama. A quick start here. Ziegler, once again, plenty of time to throw, just no pressure, and that is a Xavier Gibson touchdown in under a minute to start this season. South Alabama are on the board 7-0. So maybe if you thought this was going to be an easy win, we may be looking at a tough challenge here to open the season. Scott Sullivan, the returning senior running back, and we're going to take a look now at your Old Dominion starting offense and depth chart. Joshua Kemp, the sophomore, he's one of the smallest quarterbacks in the country, but don't let that deter you. He's very quick, and he's a fairly accurate passer. We've still got to work on his abilities as a passer. He threw double digits in interceptions last year, so it's not something we want to see. A good stable of backs. Sullivan, Hopkins are going to be more of the speedy guys, and Paris Bennett, DeMarcus Bellamy are going to be the big bowling balls to run through people. Junior Todd Jackson returns as the top receiver from a year ago, 45 catches. But got some depth in there. Nick Schultz, a freshman, could make an impact here and there as well. But it'll be up to guys like Nick Carroll and Rashid Chase to help out Todd Jackson. Phil Billings, Matt Ward will be the main tight ends to feature this season. And now Jermaine Stewart, a preseason All-American at left tackle. E.J. Fordnall, an up-and-coming sophomore at left guard. Pretty solid. Alex Hardy, the senior, 6'6", 330 pounds at center. That's a massive body. Tyrell Brown will have the right guard spot this season, and at right tackle, Grant Bowen, the senior. So some solid experience across the line for the most part. We look like we're pretty good up front. They'll be asked to block in the run and pass game about equal this season. That's the balance of this offense. Here, 3rd down and a completion to Todd Jackson. A quick hitter for 12 yards now. And Joshua Kemp on the option keeper. This is going to be something to watch. Look at the tough running. He might be small, but that's a tough 7-yard gain for the quarterback. 2nd and 3. 2 backs in this backfield. Hopkins up the middle. Runs through a tackle for the first down. That's a tough run from the little speed back there. Third down for ODU, though. They've got to convert here to keep this going, rolling out, and that's way overthrown, and that's something that we got to work on. Getting those passes completed, that was not a good throw. So South Alabama takes over now, a play-action passing. Good defense there. Kevin Watson on the coverage out of his outside linebacker spot. 3rd and 10 now, looking to throw once again. Ziegler under pressure, throws this one deep, and John Mills nearly picks it off. It was a jump ball. The senior read it well, though. Great field position for Old Dominion near midfield. Starting this next drive, handoff to Scott Sullivan. Solid gain off the left side of about 6. He'll set up a short yardage situation for 3rd down. Play action out of the pistol for Kemp. Looking to his right, a beautiful pass to Matt Ward, and that's perfect execution of the play action. The fake and then a quick throw. He doesn't wait. He sees his man. That's Matt Ward, the tight end, with his first catch. 2nd and 7 for Kemp. Just backing up, and boy, he didn't have much chance there to get that throw off, but he just kept backing up, and it just didn't seem to be there. 3rd and 7. Once again, a 3rd down, a pump fake, and a sack. He's just, the one spot that might be a little tricky is E.J. Fordenall, the sophomore at guard. So here comes the freshman from New York, William Tuttons. His first kick from 51 is wide right. It's a long field goal for the youngster to try. He had the leg, but accuracy wasn't there. Courtney Stewart, the starting running back for South Alabama, stopped by Stephen Gant. A good tackle. 3rd down upcoming for South Alabama around midfield. They're going to call the screen here. It's to Stewart again, and this is Ryan Chapman, the senior defensive tackle, read it perfectly. What a play for the defense. Joshua Kemp on the next drive finds his Oklahoma partner, Todd Jackson, 15 yards. Keeps this chains moving here in a screenplay of their own. They're going to throw it in the face of South Alabama. You can't run a screen, but we can. 25 yards to Scott Sullivan. Beautifully run. Offense would love to get into the end zone. First score of the season is upcoming. You got to think. Taking a deep shot, one-on-one coverage, and it's great defense, but Todd Jackson, you love him in those one-on-one situations. It's going to happen eventually. Nick Carroll now on this next play, about 6 yards. It'll set up another 3rd down to start the second quarter here. Still trailing by 7. Joshua Kemp out of the shotgun. Looking to his right for Rashid Chase, and it's just not going to be there. It wasn't a very catchable ball. And this time, William Tuttons does convert the field goal, so on the board. But it's been a bit of a struggle for the offense so far. A lot of inconsistency. Look at this play by Jonathan Dorsey. Destroys this option keeper. That's going to set them back. South Alabama, a 3rd and long situation. Not what they wanted here on the road. Ziegler looks at lowering the boom. Is Reggie Bolin with that big body. You don't want to get hit by that. But ODU would punt it away. 3 and out on their next drive. Kevin Watson making a good play out in space there. A lot of time on the defense for ODU right now. Their defenders are getting a little tired, spending so much time in this opening half of play. Ziegler looking almost intercepted. Derek Hughes knocks it down. A great play. Less than 50% completion for Chad Ziegler so far, but they still lead 7-3. The ODU offense looking for some momentum, something to start carrying them through this game. 3rd and 7. Once again, a 3rd down. Taking a shot deep for Todd Jackson. It's there. 50 yards for Todd Jackson. This time, the one-on-one deep shot pays off, and you're going to see Todd just run past the defender. Look at this. He was a few yards behind the defender, and he just runs past him to make the catch. A beautiful play by the big-time wide receiver. Little gain there for the option keeper. And so far, South Alabama have done a pretty good job at containing Joshua Kemp running the ball. Here an incomplete pass, and ODU settles for another field goal, so it's now a 1-point game. 3 minutes to go in this first half. Chad Ziegler on the option, and it's Josh Smith, one of the top tacklers on the defense, returning this season. He makes a big play, and now a 3rd down. Ziegler is sacked! Excellent defense by who else but Ryan Chapman. He's had a heck of a start to this game. Look at him just chase the quarterback down. No match for that South Alabama offensive line. Less than 2 minutes to go around midfield here, and D'Angelo Holcomb on the This little bubble screen works out. 12 yards, looking to get a score before the half to take the lead. First and 10, pistol formation for Joshua Kemp. Going to fake the handoff to Antoine Hopkins. And he gets about 4. He had to really bust a big run, though, once again. South Alabama being really cautious of how they defend Joshua Kemp. The wrecking ball, Bellamy gets 4, and now it's 3rd and 2. Going to have 2 backs in the backfield on either side of Joshua Kemp here. It's going to be an option handoff to Scott Sullivan. Big hole up the middle for Sullivan at the 5-yard line. It's a 23-yarder. Heck of a job by Sullivan in the offensive line opening that hole. Kemp rolling way out to his right, finds Nick Carroll. What a wacky play that was for the touchdown, the first touchdown of this campaign. And well, Nick Carroll, don't know how he saw that. He just kind of spins around and catches it, but with 30 seconds to go, ODU takes the lead 13-7. Finally, some better offensive showings here from ODU in the late stages of this first half. Looking to maybe take advantage of a deep ball here, and Reggie Bolin with the diving breakup. Excellent play by the sophomore at free safety. Courtney Stewart runs over Josh Smith, who's usually good for a sure tackle. We'll take a timeout as they have a chance now to maybe take a couple of shots before the half is over. It's going to be a quick little swing out to the halfback, but no gain. It's been well covered by ODU in this game. Those quick passes, the screens to the running back. Ziegler gets away from pressure, and John Mills, another pass breakup for him on the day, and that'll take us into halftime. Interesting half of football. Very interesting as we enter halftime. Only a 6-point lead. It was thought that ODU should maybe be able to kind of steamroll the South Alabama team, especially on the offensive side, but the Jaguar defense has been surprisingly solid so far. See the highlights from the first half. That deep shot to Todd Jackson was absolutely massive. The ODU defense, though, outside of that first drive where they gave up the touchdown, it's been a good performance from them. They've wreaked some havoc on the South Alabama offense. And we'll take a look at the first half stats. As you can see, ODU is pretty much doubling South Alabama's output across the board, including time of possession, and neither team have turned the ball over, which is a very interesting stat so far when you consider that's been an issue for ODU in the past, is turning the ball over. Start of the second half, kickoff to the Monarchs, and Matt Ryan is going to take this one out of the end zone. He will handle some kickoff return duties this year, off to the left side, looking to make a man miss across the 30-yard line. Not a bad decision to take it out of the end zone. So here we go, start of the second half, first play from scrimmage in this half. Nick Carroll, little quick hitter screen for about 5 yards. You'll take that every single time. Boy, 2nd and 5 up the middle, and those runs up the middle seem to be, there's something there. The offensive line for ODU is really opening up holes there. And look at this play to Rashid Chase. He finds a way, a hole in the defense. Look at this. They completely vacate the area where he's running right to. Rashid Chase wide open. First down, and Joshua Kemp really getting some confidence now. Look at the screen pass. It's blown up. Excellent defense by South Alabama. 2nd and 12 now, going to hand it off to Sullivan. Once again, look at the blocking. So much space for Scott Sullivan. Another first down run and a big gainer. Kemp looking to throw now on this first down. Finds his favorite target, Todd Jackson, once again. It's looking good. The offense is picking up some momentum. We said they were struggling for it early, but now they've started to find their way. Looking for Jackson again. One-on-one coverage, though. They keep... It's not what you want if you're South Alabama. Todd Jackson is a major target. So an 8-yarder by Bellamy sets up this 2nd and goal situation. A counter play that's pretty well defended. 3rd and goal. Shotgun. They're going to spread it out. Kemp looking. Finds Todd Jackson on a screen, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Perfect play in that situation. They didn't have the answer for it. The blocks were there. The front 7 really kind of cheated up on the quarterback there. And it's 20-7 now. ODU have secured a 2-score lead. Derek Hughes makes a big play, and I think he'll be a special player for this defense. That's going to end any hope of a South Alabama drive. Now punting it away to the dangerous Antoine Hopkins. And here we go. Return off to the left side, making guys miss. Hopkins, does he have enough to get to the end zone? Look at the moves. Hopkins gets to the 10-yard line. A 55-yard highlight reel return. Put that in the bank. This could put this game away right here. Phil Billings. And you're going to see, let's watch this throw because Joshua Kemp's third touchdown pass. We need to see how accurate this is. He runs away from the pressure. Right between two defenders there to find the tight end, Phil Billings. 27-7. This game has opened up for ODU. It's not been good for South Alabama. Xavier Gibson, the big playmaker for this offense, finally getting some action after that explosive start he had in the first quarter. And look at Mike Henderson. How did Jeff Robinson miss that? Huge play, and just what the Jaguars needed is a quick strike to get back in the game. So it looked like they were just going to be completely left in the dust. But Robinson has kind of been a question mark for the defense over the past few years. He's not been the most stellar player on defense for ODU. Todd Jackson will return the kick this time. Got some room on the right side, breaks a tackle. Look out, Todd Jackson gets to the 40-yard line, and the return game has been extremely strong. In the last 5 drives, other than the end of the half, ODU have managed to score 4 out of the last 5 times. A play action to start this next drive finds Rashid Chase. A nice outstretched arms to make that catch there. He's had a solid day so far, other than a drop early on. Kemp looking to throw once again. He's got Nick Schultz, the freshman. His first catch of his career is 27 yards to set up a 1st and goal. Look at this. A really well-run route. That's a nicely placed throw by Joshua Kemp. He has really turned it on after a little bit of a struggle early in the game. 2nd and goal now, start of the 4th quarter. Handoff to Sullivan, fighting through tackles to get the touchdown. And the lead once again extended to 20 points. 34-14 here. Still an entire quarter left though, and here's Ray on the catch. A nice little gain for South Alabama to build some momentum to try and get another quick strike if they can. Chad Ziegler looking to throw all day to throw, looking deep, and Xavier Wallace nearly comes away with an interception. Reggie Bullen was there as well. 3rd down. Big play opportunity here for Chad Ziegler to get his team in. Look at that. Jeff Robinson cleans it up, shrugging off that mistake he made earlier. 4th down, they're going to go for it. Down by 20. You got to think that's an important decision to make. Xavier Wallace all over it. Chad Ziegler's been taking shots at Wallace, and he's been breaking them up here in the second half. Adam Norton comes in at quarterback for ODU. The backup makes a nice little completion on 3rd down to Scott Sullivan to keep this drive going, and we'll see how Adam can do in his backup capacity, as well as Paris Bennett. 8 yards for number 35. 3rd and 2 under center. Handoff to the fullback, Kevin Wesley, and you won't see much of Kevin. The fullback doesn't really see too many opportunities in this offense, so he's more of a peripheral character, but you may see him every once in a while. Norton throws into triple coverage. That was a really poor decision. Todd Jackson brings him down. First turnover of the game by the backup quarterback. Unfortunate, but still have that 20-point lead. Going to try a little screen pass. Almost intercepted. Derek Hughes has been all over everything. Even when he's not necessarily making tackles, he has just been disrupting things on that side of the line. Look at this. Ryan Chapman. Him and Hughes have been massive today. And that offensive line, the front unit there for South Alabama, just not getting the job done. Another screen pass, and this time it works. It was actually read pretty well, but he sneaks through, and Stewart will keep this drive going for South Alabama. They live to see another day. 1st and 10 for Ziegler, another throw. Hennessy throws, and this one's caught again by Henderson. Mills makes a gross miscalculation, and a second long touchdown completion to Mike Henderson. And just the senior Mills completely blew this. He overran it, and then he slipped. I definitely didn't hit the wrong button or anything. Adam Norton going to do a little option keeper, see what he can do with his legs. Not quite as fast as Kemp, but he's got mobility. Under center now, and the wrecking ball. Bellamy comes in, he gets the first down. That's what you want him to do. No smoke and mirrors, no fancy bits, just going to run right at you. Kind of a poor throw there. 1 of 6 out of Norton. Not the best performance, but 37-21 after another field goal from William Tutton. Ziegler throwing across the field. Darrell Williams picks it off. He stays in bounds. And what a time to get your first interception, and a pick 6 at that. That's right, Darrell Williams takes it to the house. Kind of the dagger there, but Jeff Robinson actually allows Williams to stay in bounds. He prevented Williams from being able to go out, and that set up the pick 6. And that's a victory for Old Dominion, closing this game out. Joshua Kemp, a heck of a game. He needed to start the season strong, even if it was a weaker opponent. That's just a vital performance. 244 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. The sophomore really came out flying today. Sullivan, 88 yards and a touchdown as well. Solid all around. Just good performances from everybody. Todd Jackson, 5 for 89 and a touchdown. Nick Schultz got his first career catch as well. Tyrell Brown, the pancakes all over the place. He was a really solid showing. Jeff Robinson led the way in tackles, but it was Ryan Chapman I would have to put as the best defensive player on the day out of that defensive tackle spot. Really solid. Darrell Williams. Look at the pass breakups here. Quite a few. 10 total from the DBs. No fly zone indeed, even though definitely they had about, 3 or 4 big pass plays. But overall, it paid off. 44-21 the victory for ODU. Everything was solid. Chad Ziegler, a little under 50%, but he still managed 260 yards and 3 touchdowns, despite 1 interception. So, Mike Henderson, look at that, 2 catches for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a heck of a day. So they can take positives from the South Alabama. They can't hang their heads. They came in and they played pretty well, all things considered. That is that for week 1. So ODU opened the season with a win, an emphatic win. 427 yards of total offense. Pretty balanced on the run and passing. 100% red zone conversion. And check out the time of possession as we go down here. 22 minutes to 9 minutes. It's ridiculous. So, that's going to be that for this one. I am Jammer. I will see you guys all next time for week 2.